I'm about halfway through my second semester of my first year in medical school, and I thought I would make an update video. So that's what's going to cover the first, I don't know, quarter of this video. And then in the second portion, it's going to mainly concern students from my own medical school, and I'm going to be talking about the differences between first semester and second semester, and how much different the workload or your time is if you're doing 2X versus 2C. So as far as my experience has been this semester has been a lot more challenging. I think the content is a lot more interesting, but at the same time, it's more understanding, and it's just there's a lot of content this time around. So the tests are more difficult. There's less practice questions out there, and but at the same time, at this point, this is the time that I can start branching out into studying for the first aid at the same time as I'm studying, because now we started a more systemic approach. So in the first part we did cardiovascular, and then the second part we did respiratory, then we did some renal and GI. So it's all building up, and this semester has been more of a understanding, because it's a lot of physiology rather than memorization in comparison to my last semester. We also have been doing a lot more patient interaction, as well as PE skills lab, which is physical exam skills, and that's what I like a lot about the semester, because it shows us a lot of how we're supposed to approach cases and how we should do our interviews and stuff like that. So overall, I'm loving this semester, and hopefully we're all going to do great and make it to the next semester, as well as to residency. As far as me making a specific video for Canadian students in regards to the complete path and all the steps necessary to achieve or acquire residency back in Canada, I will make that video. But as of right now, I'm just waiting for a few meetings that the Canadian Student Society is going to put up at my university, and that's I'm going to compile all that information and put in one video so that everybody can benefit from that. And once I have all that information, I'll just upload the video on YouTube again, or on the different Facebook groups, and I'll just talk about the complete path that an IMG student, especially a raw student, has to take to come back to Canada for residency, as well as looking at other options such as residency in US. Okay, so now if you didn't care about all that stuff, we can talk about the differences between first semester and second semester, and this is in regards to raw students only, because I don't know the curriculum for other medical schools. Okay, in first semester, there's a lot of gross anatomy. There's a lot of biochemistry, microanatomy, so histology. There's quite a bit of embryology, as well as, and then you guys get there's a little bit of physio, and there's a little bit of pathology. But overall, the main content of first semester at Ross is a lot of gross anatomy, quite a bit of biochemistry, and quite a bit of histology. So, and then you guys have you will experience how the course load is, or you already have, and the course load is about it's pretty intensive. And then you also have labs pretty much every week. You got to go to your colleagues' demonstrations. You have a few physical exam labs, but that's pretty much about it. And then there's second semester. So second semester, you start with you're done with your gross anatomy at this point, and you no longer have to worry about that. But you start to obviously look back on it, because a lot of the content that you're learning in second semester is going to be relevant with the gross anatomy knowledge that you acquired in first semester. So for example, we're going to start off, second semester starts off with cardiovascular, and so you got to know, small stuff like different embryological or congenital defects of the heart. You should know, the anatomy of the heart because it's pretty relevant. And in second semester, the main portion of your lectures are going to be physiology lectures. And physiology is a lot, it's quite a bit different. It's pretty different from gross anatomy in that you can pretty much memorize everything gross anatomy and get 100% as long as you have a good imagination, visualization, and you can remember everything. But as far as physiology goes, you not only have to, I don't know, there's memorization involved. You should know like some constants, some equations and stuff like that. But the majority of the struggle in physiology comes from understanding the concepts. And, that's something that maybe some students struggle with at the beginning. So, physiology it can be pretty difficult. And, in this semester, we also have started a lot more, we did quite a bit more pharmacology, not as much as we're gonna be doing in second year of medical school, but we briefly touched more upon it. There's some biochemistry lectures, and then of course, as I said in my update video, in the update, there's a lot more PE skills lab. There's SGL IST. This is basically you do interviews with a standardized patient in a small group of about 4 to 6 students, and this is when two of you can interview the patient, and then you guys can discuss the case, and and then after that you guys can do a few little PowerPoint presentations afterwards based on the learning objectives that are assigned to you. But the good thing about second semester is that there's no more gross anatomy labs, so you have a lot more time during the week to study as well as to relax. You're not really constrained by time, so you can do your media citing better, or that's just watching the lectures online. So that works great. And since you're taking a more systemic approach this semester, you can also now start referencing first aid and DIT videos and stuff like that. So, if you want to build upon your knowledge that way, that's great as well. So now right now in 2X, we're doing neuroscience as well. So neuroscience is pretty much like gross anatomy, except, it's pretty much, just the anatomy of the brain. And this is like first semester. So you just, pure memorization. Some understanding is involved, but I think I like it so far. And as I'm not completely done, and I will make another video like this probably at the end of the semester to discuss the other portions of second semester. So that's pretty much, content-wise, what second semester has been like so far in comparison to first semester. You're gonna make a choice as a first semester student near the end of whether you want to choose the curriculum path or the accelerated path. So the accelerated path, it's just 16 months versus the 20 months, which is in the curriculum. And, as long as I think you have an average above 75%, you have the option to choose the accelerated path. So if you wanted to go to the accelerated path, you gotta have at least an average of 75%. So comparing 2C to 2X, you get, for example, we had about about 1 week of renal, while so that was like around 40 questions on our midterm, and then the 2C students, they had a week off, so they didn't have those 40 extra questions on renal, so they only had to cover digestive systems. And then they also have I don't think they cover another section, I think the reproductive section. So they have another like 1 or 2 week break in between those sections. So the main difference is that you're going to have, if you choose a 2C, you're going to have more time to study, you're going to have a more relaxing time, and you're a lot less stressed. And that's just the basic difference. So if you find that you're really stressed and you're not having fun on the island, and you want to be improving you think if you had more time you could be improving your grades, then go for 2C. But it's always your own opinion. So if you're handling the pressure fine, you're doing great, then obviously go for the 2X. But just make sure you're feeling fine, you feel great this semester, and you're going to be feeling great next semester. Some people say that as far as the comp and step go, curriculum students are a bit more prepared because they have more time to absorb the knowledge and study it and add on, so they can be studying for step in that 1 week break they have, or they could be studying for just previous material in that time period. But again, this is a decision that you guys have to make on your own, and there are RUSM ambassadors such as myself on campus that you guys can always talk to and talk about the different experiences and the different paths. And I will put the date of RUSM ambassador meet and greet that's going to be happening this week, at the week that I'm going to be posting this video on, and you guys can come and talk about this whole 2C, accelerator versus curriculum path with your RUSM ambassadors. That's pretty much the whole point of this video. It was just an update as well as accelerator versus curriculum, and yeah, I hope you guys do well in your studies. And if you have any questions, post it in the comment section, the YouTube section, or in the Facebook group that I posted in. You can always contact me on YouTube or on Facebook. All right.